Now, I know I'm a little late to talking about the Tamara Lich and Barber case update, but I had some thoughts and so I wanted to share them. First of all, I'm extremely glad to see that they didn't receive any jail time. Many of us were worried that the court might hand down some pretty heavy sentencing given how messy and politicized this case has been. So seeing that they didn't receive any jail time was a huge relief. But at the same time, it is just completely wrong that they received a guilty verdict at all. A guilty verdict, 18-month conditional sentence, none of that should have happened. And the fact that they were seeking to give them 7 years in prison for mischief, like none of that is okay. The only thing they should have received was an apology from the government and from the courts. They organized the largest protest in Canadian history and it was overwhelmingly peaceful. The biggest criticisms on social media and from the media itself was that there were bounty castles, food tents handing out food, and yeah, maybe a little bit too much honking. Not riots, no fires, no violence, and even the few claims of vandalism and bad behavior, well, they were quietly corrected later on and not even tied to the protesters. Now, to be clear, I supported the Freedom Convoy back then. I was clear about that online and I still support it to this day. If I were to do it over again, I would be louder and bolder. To the individuals who are saying that the sentence should have been harsher, I want you to think about what you're really supporting. Do you really want the government to have the power to silence and punish dissent? To use petty charges to shut down your voice? To freeze your finances and seize your assets? To punish peaceful assembly? Do you honestly believe that that kind of power won't be used against you? Do you have any idea how you're empowering the government to quash dissent? Whether you agree with the convoy or not, the right to stand up to your government is fundamental and necessary. When the justice system twists the law to punish those for speaking out, that is not justice. That's authoritarian, that's anti-democratic, and it's tyrannical. If this happened in another country, Canadians would be pointing their finger and saying, that's not a free society. They'd be screaming about the right to peaceful assembly and free speech. But it happened here, and people loved it. They loved the RCMP trampling on protesters. They loved people losing their jobs for not getting a medical treatment. They loved the shot passports. They supported people getting deplatformed online for speaking out. And they clapped as our Prime Minister and Premiers marginalized those who didn't comply and didn't support the mandates. And then they voted for a Prime Minister who campaigned on all of the above. Canadians loved it. And it was disgusting and it was evil. So yeah, I'm really glad that Tamara Lich and Barber won't face jail time. But this doesn't exactly feel like a win. It feels like the government dragged them through the mud for the last couple of years, manufactured charges, and made an example out of them, just to make sure that the rest of us think twice before we ever speak up again.